Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to yet another item randomizer tournament race. We have Karen facing off against Richman, and they're off already. Lo and behold, they are set. Whoa! I don't know what happened with Richman. Hope I maybe accidentally reset. Not sure. Sometimes what tends to happen is I know that there's specific controller settings that a player is used to running with. Could be that he wanted to adjust that. So it's gave Karen a slight lead already. But nevertheless, of course, it's an item randomizer, so anything can happen. And I mean anything. Lo and behold, I think even Richman went for Moonfall there. That definitely gave him some time to catch up. Like Mother Brain, when she, catches you up. Okay, so first initial items, it's always going to be Morph Ball, and then whatever troll this seed tries to give you. Lo and behold, there's that troll. I know that one well because it happened to me. It's almost certain that you're always going to get a set of power bombs and either a missile pack or a super missile pack. Just enables the chance to start the bomb to Rezo fight. Just to check that item too. Actually, you don't even have to fight bomb to Rezo sometimes. If you don't have bombs, that fight will not initiate. You can just go on your merry way looking lady. So Karen's all done. You checked what she needed, what you felt like she needed. Richman could opt to not check whatever's behind morphing location. But so he does. Never hurts to have a little bit of extra more ammo. There was another item that Karen could have checked there, but I guess she's also opting not to check it. The one at the old Mother Brain room. Of course, the bane of every speedrunner's existence, the climb. Richman approaching. Let's see if he checks this item coming up. Could be a super missile pack, so. Oh, behold, another set of missiles. Makes me wonder if there might have been a super missile pack right at the top of Retro Brinstar. But from here, Karen's gonna go over to BT. Doesn't have to fight him again. It's not even a spoiler, it's just saving time. Grapple beam. So she's gonna want that. This is gonna grant her access to checking the X-ray item. It's still a pretty risky play if she doesn't happen to get any E-tanks along the way. It also is very advisable to save if either racer wants to check Gauntlet right about meow. I mean, they can check it, they just can't get out, but unless the item so happens to be like screw attack or bombs. But I don't know if I think Richman is just gonna go for the save, to refill the save and everything, just so that he doesn't have to start at the very beginning exactly. Karen's already entering Brinstar, where we are going to see the first mock ball of the run. Necessary to... Oh, there's that super missile pack. She can't get to this door unless she finds or farms missiles right here, but that super missile pack and going for the 100% strat to deboost off of this waiver is going to save her a little bit of time. Oh, Liddy! Alright, so that's definitely good news for Karen, because this means that she could, if she wants, could clear out all of Norfair. If she happens to find high jump boots, she could also start lower Norfair. It would make that much more easier. Doing lava dive with high jump boots, which comes across gravity, it'd be just no problem. That would be the route. Richman's definitely going to be pleased with what he finds right behind these early super gates. So they high-fived. Karen on her way out. So to check this item right below. Any tank would be nice, but still, you want to get all the major items, the items, you know, necessary to make this game easy. This, ladies and gentlemen, this is what makes Norfair, lower Norfair, so much easier right at the beginning of the game. Nevertheless, even if she... I mean, it wouldn't make sense to go into lower Norfair this early, I mean, without high jump, because there's a really tricky wall jump.
Hi, Seffi. Hi, Chad. Sorry, I'm late.
What's going on, Nightwolf? Welcome.
Sorry, I had to go change a CO2 tank for my mother. Seffi, can you PM me the link you're watching right quick? Because that would be spectacular.
Richman is gonna climb out of there. Space jump. Okay, that's it. Space jump is good. Space jump is... This is such a free seed.
Yeah, from what I'm seeing right now, this looks really free. Any clue how many supers they've got right about now?
They might have somewhere close to... I think 25. I'd say 25. Well, Karen does. Richman should have about the same.
Alright, time for the hardest trick in the game.
Yes,
Yeah, that was good.
Got it.
Alright, nice.
Richman getting some more supers. Yeah, these should... Oh, does she want that? Maybe not. I would skip it. I would skip X-Ray. I mean, it does allow for some quick kills on several bosses like Batoon, Fantoon, and Dragon. If you have Plasma, if you have... Oh, interesting route that Richman is taking. Checking the Mission Impossible power bombs. Vanilla too.
Extra power bombs are always handy because it looks like they don't have bombs yet. But anything past 15 is overkill, unless, especially with very early. In the case we saw last night, where Desi ended up having to do suitless lower Norfair, it was definitely handy to have extra power bombs in that case.
See, Richmond's gonna have his attempt over at this wave gate glitch.
And he got it.
Nice job.
Nice.
Having no troubles with them, both runners. Karen wants to be really careful. She does have space jump. She wants to be even more safe. She could. Karen, please.
Alright, just take it nice and slow, Karen. Alright. Nothing wrong with opting to use grapple beam to get across here.
Yes, because if she takes damage, she's still holding on. She's holding on for dear life, and it's not gonna knock her down, and then she could take potentially more damage. She wants that.
Oh,
she wants that.
Want that.
Okay, but now she has to be really careful on her way out.
The good news is that with various suit, spikes do 15 damage each, so she can take 2 more hits before she dies. Hopefully, she doesn't take any more hits. Once she gets out of here, there's a refill at the bottom of Red Brinstar, which I'm sure she'll take.
Would make sense to take that, yes.
So just have to play careful until then.
Alright, just this last part, she wants to be really super careful here. Again, she has space jump, but... Okay, and she's safe. Richman, what will you do? Will you check? Yes, you will.
Okay.
It makes sense. Because you have grapple and you have space jump, so... I wonder if...
Oh, Karen's not opting for the refill. I guess she's gonna go on. She does have 74 health now. As soon as I say that, she drops 69.
What a meme.
What a meme. But she will be able to go over to Kraid. Kraid's lair is relatively safe, especially with Screw Attack. If you want to be extra safe, you can take out the Key Hunters. And there's an energy tank anyway, so yeah, nothing to worry about.
Nothing at all. She's safe. She is completely safe. I think she does the charge method for the Kraid Quick Kill. The Kraid Quick Kill. So that having charge is definitely going to help her out. And I wonder if Karen might have somewhat forgotten that she had space jump, but I'm not sure. Haven't seen her yet use it.
We'll see right here. Okay, yeah, I think she may have forgotten she has it. Which is probably just due to the fact that she's an 80% runner and starting to pick up 100%. She's not quite used to Randomizer. Very nicely done through the Key Hunters.
Yeah, going to the party zone.
Richman going to pick up his energy tank, then ride on the tail of Karen over to Crocomire. To Kraid.
Kraidemire.
I wonder when we're going to get a hack that starts mixing the bosses together. I'm sure there's someone out there crazy enough to pull it off.
With some really messed up sprites.
With some very messed up sprites.
Like Kraid with like a spore spawn head. And maybe, yeah, Crocomire with like a Ridley body. Oh.
And when you shoot his body to get his head to open, it fires out spores on both sides.
That too.
That would be great.
Excellent recovery by Karen, getting the Kraid Quick Quill. She got bombs. That eliminates all possibilities for soft locking, pretty much.
Very nice. This looks like a very generous seed compared to some of the ones we've been playing recently.
Really generous. Here's the high five. Oh, it would have been cool if they like high-fived de-boosting it to each other. That'd be like the coolest thing, and then, you know, all of a sudden we go into like another dimension.
It's totally like that episode. Have you ever watched Adventure Time? Please tell me you have, Safi.
I have not. I'm a memer.
Oh my god! Well, there's totally an episode where they do a high five like that, and it's amazing. and they win a show and tell contest that they didn't even enter.
Oh my
And Ice Beam, what a free seed!
Nice meme, Ice Beam. This is lovely.
I'm gonna put $20 on Gravity at left sandpit. Just because of how free the seed is right now. Just to turn everything on its head.
No, Gravity's gonna be like at high jump. Quote me.
Oh my god, that would be so free. Gravity at high jump, Plasma at
Easy freezy.
at Oz.
What's she gonna do? Okay, so she's gonna check high jump first.
Yeah, that makes the most sense. Go to high jump first, go back up because you don't have speed booster at this point, so you can go to ice, and then you can either go down to Crocomire if you find speed booster, and if not, you're right there at the door to go through that area whose name I forget because I'm not good at Super Metroid. Don't ask me what remembering names have to do with being good.
What, Crocomire?
No, the room across from the pathway that leads to ice. I know it has its own name because.
Oh, it's probably the room that's on the way to ice. That's probably the name for it.
No, the room across from the way to ice. On the other side.
I'm blanking. Like Billy blanks. And his type of workout videos. He takes the pretty much Karen and Richman are taking the same route.
Oh, Karen forgot to open the door after killing it. Okay. There we go. So yeah, Richmond closing the distance.
Richmond with the new route strat, power bombing, and wall jumping his way up. What will Richmond do? Is he gonna go? Yeah, he's also gonna go check ice. Here we are. They're in the same room now, so let's see what happens.
Quick.
Does she want to? Yeah, she had to deliberate. She knows better, but she doesn't have any other choice.
I mean, you could leave it, but at this point, you have no idea where Plasma is or if you're going to find it, and that's a big boost to your damage, regardless.
Correct. Because
Alright, looks like she wants to do the mock ball to escape.
Richmond is setting up for it as well.
I'll be right back, Seffi.
Righty. They're in the clear to check the rest of Norfair. Is she gonna save? No, she knows that she doesn't have speed booster. Oh, here. So this platform has actually been raised. You don't have to bomb jump. Come on, Karen. You have space jump. Richmond could go for Nova Boost too. Richmond also has space jump, so he could have space jumped his way up. Again, it's when you're so used to doing a lot of category runs, tend to forget some of the items that you have and don't have, especially if you don't use a tracker. Oh, there. Okay, Karen remembered. What will we find behind? Richmond's opting to save. Again, not a bad choice because I don't think Karen is saved yet either.
Alright, sorry about that, I'm back.
Welcome back. So, Karen's still picking up ammo. Yeah, she just, I guess she wants it. Alright, she definitely wants it. Richard's gonna check what's on the other side.
And it's an energy tank.
Hmm. I don't know. I don't know what. I know they're gonna clear all the stuff that's at Bubble Mountain out first, and
This tells
then
me that if
they could go to
Karen's
Croc.
picking up the reserve tank, she is debating on if she wants to commit to Lower Norfair.
I don't think so because I don't believe she's that familiar with because it's a completely different setup
Yeah.
to doing lava dive without high jump. It's really, really risky. If she does know, it could be really rewarding, of course. Could give her the edge.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But again,
Let's see what's
she
in
is not saved.
wave. Energy tank. Definitely pick that up. Alright, so at this point, Richmond's gonna go down and collect his energy tank. Karen's gonna go across and collect her energy tank. So
And then
neither
after
of
that,
them opted to go to Crocomire yet?
they'll probably do it right after this.
Right, yeah, that makes the most sense.
They're gonna want. They're looking for gravity at this point because they can complete the game. Honestly, with what if they get gravity, they can pretty much just beat the game already. Giving them gravity, they could space jump to Lower Norfair. They can space jump across all of Meridia. Yeah, they don't. They can just ice clip into Bot Wound, and that's about it. They're looking for gravity. I know both of these players have the skill to finish this off.
Oh yeah, at this point, gravity's the last thing they're gonna want to get. After that, anything's nice but not necessary. Other than this, I don't think we'll see them, once they find gravity, go out of their way to check for anything else. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think we'll see them. And Richmond actually pulling ahead right now.
Yep, right now he's gonna have to
so slightly.
First try blue.
First
gate
try.
glitch.
Very nice.
You could do that with missiles as well, but some people are just a little bit more familiar with using the supers.
Yeah. So now here's the question. Let's say that gravity's buying Crocomire. Do you go and check grapple? Or do you just go mode?
I would just go mode. Unless they want, I don't know, plasma for even more comfort, I would go mode.
Yeah, I think go mode's the answer here.
There we go. Karen got it. Richmond holding hands with this baby. This Gerber baby. Two swipes. And that's about average. It's about average what we see for a Croc.
Reserve tank. Richmond opting
that.
not to pick it up. Karen opting to do the fight with super missiles. Now that's an interesting decision. There's obviously nothing wrong with the decision. But I think at this point it would be better to opt to fight with charge beam just to conserve ammo. That way you're not having to farm as much later on. But really it just comes down to personal preference and comfort. And seeing a little bit of moonwalk action from Richmond.
Yeah, supers would be dealing 300 damage in total. Don't think
I think the way Crocomire's health works is that like every step back he does is equal to about 100 damage.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Don't quote me on that. By no means am I a scientist of this game. That's just my observation from fighting him with super missiles. Because when you fire the first super missile into him, he takes just one step back. And if you fire another, he takes 5 back after that.
Oh, interesting. E-tank. Oh, tanks a lot. Chozo. Okay, so at this point,
They don't
I
have
would
speed
say,
booster.
I would say, to be honest, I would say their next
I think the
place.
next place they have to go would be Reg Ship, assuming they're not comfortable with high jumpless Slobodanov.
Yeah, that's the only route I could see viable too for both of these runners.
Alright, so Karen picking up her energy tank, going to be making her way out. We'll see if she stops to check the ammo pack. I doubt she will, but she might. Richmond going ahead and making his exit. Missiles at the green gate.
Yeah, that's very very vanilla. Could there possibly? I mean, I don't think there's really. The only way that this seed control is if gravity is at bot wound and high jump is anywhere like in wreck ship and they don't find it, you know.
Yeah, that's the only way this seed control. It's entirely possible because we have seen the randomizer do some trolling.
Yes. Anything else really wouldn't be so difficult. I mean, even if gravity were at Mama Turtle or even at the left sandpit, that's not bad. Hey, well,
I would prefer from my personal experience, I would prefer for gravity to be after Botwoon as to left sandpit because it is so hard to get that sand to cooperate when you don't have gravity.
well, you know what? How about this? What if this happened? What if gravity is like what if gravity's at below charge and speed booster is somewhere like maybe not even like behind Ridley, but maybe even left sandpit or something, or behind Botwoon or something, or behind I don't know if that's possible, but what if that's the case? Because technically gravity isn't, you know, anywhere where it can't be.
That's entirely feasible because I've had it before where speed booster was behind Ridley, gravity was at below charge, and high jump was at wreck ship, and it was just one big fetch quest seed. Like you had to go here to get this, and then go here to get this, and so on and so forth, and you were basically just bouncing back and forth around the map. But I've actually been really curious about if the logic will, like the logic set up so gravity obviously can't be in criteria, and it can't be at certain places in Meridia. Like you won't have to fight Dragon to get gravity. That's the way it's set up.
Yep.
But what if like gravity's below charge and speed boosters behind Dragon or something like that?
Exactly.
I don't know if that.
I think that might be possible, and the current update that they did to the randomizer, where they pretty much made it so that speed booster and screw attack spawn at different places now.
Yeah.
That might be the case. Either
Alright.
way, anything can happen. Still, they're looking for one more item.
So
I mean,
Richmond,
who knows? It could be right after Battle or Phantom.
Right. Richmond getting to Phantoon. Here's hoping that everyone gets a fast.
He's hoping that
we all know that Phantoon does not like to give out his fast. except when you need health and need to farm, in which case he just loves to give you the fastest fast possible.
Fastest slow possible? Yeah. I know Richman's practiced his stops.
You know, from someone that's relatively still new to this game, I mean, I've been around for a little bit, like, I don't know, 2.5 months, give or take. The manipulation for Phantoon to get him to go where you want to looks really obscure, almost like the movement in Ocarina of Time when they're setting up those glitches.
Those glitches?
Yeah, and like when they're setting up for their wrong warps and RBO or RBA and all that other crazy stuff. It just, the movement looks so obscure. Or maybe I'm just, I don't know, weird about it, but it seems so obscure to me.
Could be just because it's Phantoon, to be honest. I mean, it's Phantoon. There's nothing pleasing about what Phantoon does. It's always going to be weird. Alright. Karen also landing some pretty good missiles there. Richman's going to collect his reward. He's going to check out the rest of wrecked ship items. Could gravity be right behind here? Lo and behold, there it is. So what does Richman want to do? Does he want to keep searching wrecked ship? Because that...
I think he's just gonna go mode.
He should. Because...
I mean, at this time they've got 2 bosses down. It's about 30 minutes in. You've got to be wondering where your opponent is. If your opponent has went to wreck ship early and opted to go ahead and get gravity,
right,
and suddenly they're way ahead of you. But it looks like he's opting to check Spiky Room of Death. Now, Karen can get a lead back here if she decides to go mode.
She might want to. Richman's probably banking on finding Speed Booster here, which still could actually give him the edge as well. Because having Speed Booster would not hurt whatsoever. It's the E-Tank. Karen's thrilled. You know, cat boos for her.
Cat boos for Karen.
But still, I mean, either way, that's assuming Karen will go mode right now.
With the fact that Karen's still been picking up ammo, she might. I mean, at the most, you'd want Speed Booster, maybe High Jump, maybe a Beam. Well, definitely a Beam, because...
Nope, she's checking it too.
They're both checking it. I don't fault them for this, but I don't agree.
They're in really good position to just finish.
Yeah.
Looks like Richman is not going to check the rest of wreck ship. He's going to go for Meridia. Either they were hoping for...
Maybe Richman was hoping for Speed Booster, saw it was Angie Tank, and then suddenly realized, what if I'm making a really bad mistake here? And so maybe he mind gamed himself into not checking other items. I definitely agree with it.
Yeah, Richman's making a good decision here. It also could be the case that just because they happen to still be here, and it makes this would be the next closest item to check. They went for checking this.
That's also entirely possible. It's definitely not a bad bad check if you have space jump and gravity. Spiky Rim of Death suddenly has a lot less death involved in it. Karen opting to check the rest of the wrecked ship. Again, I don't fault her for it. Obviously, she's looking for, like I said, beam upgrade, high jump, speed booster. That's really all you need at this point.
Yeah, that's wait, yes. So Ken's gonna want to kill all the enemies in this room for Attic to unlock the doors, because they're grayed out until every enemy is killed.
This is an interesting play by Richmond. He is opting to go do Lower Norfair before doing Dragon.
I guess that also makes sense, thinking back at it, simply because there's items to check on the way to Ridley.
Oh, that makes sense why Richmond only did one check instead of checking.
Right.
He doesn't have speed booster yet.
Mm-hmm. So if he can, and you don't really need speed booster in Lower Norfair. Spring ball right there.
Spring ball. So unfortunately, we won't be seeing any spring ball swag.
Not today. No, today might. So yeah, so now I get exactly what Richmond is playing at, because there's items along the way to check the down and Lower Norfair.
Right. And I haven't personally watched him play, so I don't know how comfortable he is with Ice Clip to Balloon.
Should be fairly comfortable. It's not a difficult. Like if you know the setup, and that's it. You can easily get it down. If you forget it, that's a little bit more tough.
I personally know the setup, but I don't know the inputs, so I just mash buttons until I get it. So it looks really dumb when I do it.
Richmond, I think, was trying to stutter 3-tap for practice.
Alright, Chad, get your guesses in. What's going to be at bowling? We're hoping to see a beam upgrade, high jump boots, or speed booster.
Richmond, will he check? I mean, it makes sense. I know Ponk says that it's checking screw attack location is not out of the way. I would agree, but I mean, again, Richmond's already go mode.
Those will definitely help the fight against Ridley. And it looks like Richmond is just opting to go for it. Maybe he feels like he's behind and needs to make up time, and this is definitely the way to do it.
Well, when you think that your opponent might have gotten gravity first, and then got all the items that are at Norfair, you would think that you're behind or something.
Right.
So
that's always a thought.
It's all these mind games, really, that just kind of come into play. You're thinking, what if this? What if that? And you really just have to play and adapt to what you have and what you think your opponent might already have.
Yeah. And the number one thing is do not panic when you're playing Randomizer, because that's only going to make things worse. But in this situation, I like Richmond's decision to go ahead and just go for it and make up time. And honestly, I would say it's working out in his favor.
Nice and careful.
Now, will we see a route deviation here? And I believe we will, because Karen has power bombs equipped.
Let's see how this goes. Richmond might want to farm for super missiles to make the fight a little faster. But because, yeah, the Ridley fight's a little bit more tricky when you don't have high jump. E-Tank, does she want it? No. She feels comfortable with what she has. She can
I
easily
feel like
ice
at this point, Karen's just looking for probably either wave or plasma.
Wave, plasma, maybe. I mean, she would pick up speed booster.
Yeah, she would pick up speed booster if she finds it, but I don't think she's going to go out of her way looking for it, just for the simple fact of the only two spots you really needed, since you've already cleared all of Norfair, is Meridia going to Botwood, and then you can use it to save some time and escape.
Richmond's having a really good Ridley fight.
Yeah.
Again, okay, so not having high jump does mess you up, but he knows what he's doing.
Very good pogos here from Ridley. A lot better than him flying around the room trying to swoop at you aggressively.
No. Karen had the right idea to get the mock droid. Just like that. Oh, she morphed accidentally, but she had gotten the clip really. Just has to jump and aim down. It's a little bit easier with when you don't have a suit on, because you have to react fast.
I think at this point, I didn't see
There we go. She's got it.
missed that many supers. He should be about done with his Ridley fight.
Yeah, I thought he landed all of. Well, he landed. Yeah. Okay, so he landed a lot of them, but with the beams that he has equipped, it's not doing that much damage either. Should be dead though.
Okay, yeah. Alright, so that is Ridley down for Richmond. And that puts him up 3 bosses to do. And that's another energy tank at Ridley.
Again, Richmond is checking this because it's not out of the way. It could be that plasma that he wants.
No plasma yet. Looks like we're gonna have plasma at a troll location. Now it could still be a Firefleas or behind Dragon. And that's really what Karen's gonna have to bank on, is finding plasma to make up some time here.
At this point, plasma would make Ridley so much faster for Karen.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Also, it's a really big help having space jump. Going to Dragon.
Yeah, it makes Coliseum a lot easier.
Karen does not want to miss killing these nuisances. Richman is going to check Fire Flea. Makes sense to check Fire Flea.
Definitely, it's not that far out of the way. Very fast to check it. And it's
E-Tank.
another energy tank. So the possibilities are Dragon, GT. We've still got left stand pit. Actually, we have most of Meridia.
So, Karen accidentally spin jumped, triggering her screw attack.
Yeah, that fast setup to get the fast grapple kill on Dragon is really hard to do. I don't actually know how to do it. Not sure why she opted to break out of that crap.
She probably feels more comfortable getting grabbed and grappling the top left turret.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Richmond had a nice, easy breezy escape because of screw attack. Makes that so much easier. And fried shrimp for everyone in chat. So I'm gonna make this I guess, I don't know, like lunch, dinner, brunch, and a show. Let's see what's at Bubba Gump's, Bubba's Space Gump.
And an
Another
energy
easy.
tank. So that means Plasma is at a semi-troll location. Could still be at GT. And I definitely agree with checking GT, because like Punk has said previously, GT, the room before it there, is a great place to farm super missiles, because super missiles are a guaranteed drop, and then afterwards they will drop large health.
Yo, actually thinking about it, neither player checked Gauntlet.
Oh, could you imagine Plasma being a Gauntlet? That would be awful.
Well,
but
it could be
at the same time.
It could be a Gauntlet. I mean, even Speed Booster could be a Gauntlet right now.
Yeah. It looks like Karen definitely wants to find Plasma, going to check the Plasma room, hoping for a vanilla location.
Yeah, this is pretty... I don't know. This is extremely out of the way, but she's probably checking it because she's gonna flush herself down the toilet.
Honk screaming in chat, I would not check GT in this case! Alright, well here's hoping Plasma is in this room.
No.
That's so heartbreaking.
Yeah, these
So here's the question, when do you decide enough is enough and just enforce go mode?
I don't know, I mean, she might feel like... Oh, the other space pirate disappeared on her? Okay.
Those space pirates are trolls.
Maybe she still feels like she needs Speed Booster. But I'm not sure. Richmond's gonna check the sand pit. I think he saved right before. She's probably gonna opt to reset if this isn't like Plasma or anything.
I like the strat of saving, but only if you've already done and cleared Lower Norfair. Otherwise, I like saving Sandpit until I'm heading down to Ridley. And a reserve tank. Yeah, opting to reset, so he did save. And it looks like Karen is just opting to go. I definitely like that decision.
Yeah, because checking pedestal would be so
just out of the way. And at this point, you've got to be wondering, okay, I have this many items. I could finish the game. I'd like to get some more items. But what about my opponent? Can my opponent finish the game comfortably with these items? And that's something you have to think about when you're doing this.
Come on. Alright, well, Karen knows what to do. Richman wants to set up slowly here, but he knows how to clip.
And gets it second try. Very nice.
Not bad. Alright, Richman. Show us the spot wound. Free kills.
Charge-Beam makes this fight completely safe. No fear of soft locking. I know we've all done it once.
We've all done it once.
Except for Sephi, because Sephi is amazing.
Oh my god, no, I've done it. I have done it. I soft locked yesterday at Screw Attack.
Screw Attack is such a troll room to have to check when you don't have Screw Attack or Charge or Plasma.
Yeah, it screwed me over. No, it's okay. You can laugh. Like, well, don't be shy now. Now's not the time to be shy.
Look, man, I can't laugh at no one for soft locking. I've soft locked multiple times. I've soft locked at Wasteland. I've soft locked at Bot Wound. I soft locked at Bot Wound with 16 super missiles and 35 missiles. Okay.
Karen got a nice fuzzy boost off of there.
Yeah. I saw that.
Wait, yeah.
That was very nice. So, chat can feel free to laugh at me. I wouldn't blame you.
Nah, nobody's laughing. Alright. There we go. Just been having fun, just hanging out. You know what I like about Dragon's room is those little
random
boxes.
Yeah, the random blocks in the background.
Yeah.
The only reason I can assume those are there is because of the children. And there is Plasma Beam. Alright, so in this instance, checking Plasma or checking Screw Attack paid off for Karen because she got Plasma. Now, will it be enough for her to make up time?
Yeah. I don't know. Richmond's already at
He's
the top.
With Dragon. I don't. It depends on if he opts to check for any other beams. And he might not.
It's Richmond, all he has to do is just go up to criteria. Karen still has to beat Ridley, climb out of Norfair.
So, theoretically, the way I see Karen coming back and winning this, and I'm not saying she's down and out by any means, she has high jump boots, so she can do baby skip. So, if she gets baby skip and gets a good stand-up, she can come back and win this, especially if Richmond is still looking for a beam upgrade. Will he? I don't know.
I don't think so. He's not. He's done. He's done. He's just focused on getting to Torian, kissing Mother in the mouth, and that's it.
He's gone. Yeah. I don't know, maybe Karen pulls a rabbit out of her head and does a magic trick and shows us all how this game's supposed to actually be played.
Three supers is enough for these pirates. Oh, and Richmond is gonna clip his way out of this one. There we go. That's brilliant use also.
I like Pog's idea. He's space-time beam to reset the match. So Richmond working his way out of Meridia, and Karen setting up for Ridley Fudd.
Interesting. I wonder if Richmond, just like for the halibut, is going to check. Nah, I mean, he's just focused. Whatever. He should just go straight to G4. I'm just really wondering what's at Gauntlet.
I mean, if you're really wanting some extra damage, you could check Gauntlet, because it's pretty much on the way to Mother Brain. It's a little detour out of the way, no big deal. If I had to guess, I'd say that's probably where Speed Booster is.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Refill for good measure. He's probably gonna save too, because why not?
And that is a dead dragon.
Karen can exit the dragon. Oh,
Yeah,
Richmond's actually checking it.
Alright, I like this decision. It's on the way.
It is on the way. He could hope for wave. He's probably thinking or hoping for plasma just for extra damage.
Yeah.
Oh, that grab.
But we all know that plasma is not going to be there because Karen found it at GT. There is Speed Booster.
Oh, I'm a prodigy. I knew it.
By the way,
I thought
apologize
Richmond was
if
gonna
you
go back
guys-
down and like slope spark.
Anyways, so I was saying, I apologize if you guys can hear any background noise. I hope not.
No, I can hear anything. I can hear you,
Okay, cool.
and you're not background noise, unless viewers have us as background noise, and that is just rather sad. I don't like that.
And the god himself shows up in chat.
Let's go. Let's start it up. Unequipping screw attack to make Zeb skip easier for himself, Richmond. What if he's
Also,
gonna group?
good decision if you group Metroids.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna group them. All four of them.
I also like the decision for grouping just because you go ahead and you get some damage done to yourself because he doesn't have high jump, so we won't be seeing him go for baby skip. Unless, you're crazy like EDU.
Clean Metroid rooms.
Very nicely done.
Richmond's trying to reach for that D boost.
That would be a swag D boost to get. Oh, Karen, going the wrong way. Realizing after the door transition, I don't have speed booster.
Yeah, that's when the any percent muscle memory kicks in.
Yep. And that's always the worst feeling.
Facing right, Richmond. Getting a nice suck from the baby Metroid.
So I have a legit question. Does facing right actually save time?
Saves 40 frames. I think it's 42 or something.
Why does it save time? That's my next question.
Because you skip the little animation of Samus struggling to stand up by turning around.
Really? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's really crazy. It's brazy even.
Indeed. So Richmond going to fight the Idor boss. Worst boss in the game if you're at 1 HP.
So must be careful. He could crash the game here. It's unlikely. Really unlikely. He's gonna save. He wants to secure this win.
I like the decision to save. You're making good time, and you just want to make sure you make it through Mother Brain with no crashes. With this health, I would say he's definitely going to go for stand-up.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't take a lot of damage, which he shouldn't. He's
I
I
mean,
think he has like
even
a
if
49
does,
PB.
he has 3 extra energy tanks, so I don't really think he's got anything to worry about.
Nice, fast MB1. Can clip right through that key hunter. Richmond's gonna speed up the process. He's gonna launch all of his supers onto Mother Brain.
I don't quite agree with using supers at the start of the fight. I think most other Super Metroid Rando runners would agree. You want to save them towards the end of the fight just so there's as few catch-ups as possible, less chance to get hurt by them.
That's also good planning, yeah.
Because they can come out of nowhere, they can take you by surprise. I've lost more runs than I care to admit to a catch-up beam.
Karen is not gonna check Gauntlet. She knows she's run and done.
Oh, takes a catch-up to the face for a double hit like a champ.
Yeah, he sure loves ketchup.
I don't know if it's just me, but I'm getting a little bit of lag, so I'm gonna go ahead and refresh here. There we go. That looks a lot better. And right here we can see this is why you want to save your super missiles towards the end. But he made it.
Looks like he's not gonna go for.
He's not going for stand-up.
Which is also a good choice, really, because you don't want to risk accidentally crashing your game or accidentally doing the slip and slide over to Mother Brain's crib.
Yeah, that is the worst feeling in the world.
Sliding in Mother Brain's DMs. So Richmond just has to wait this out. He's going to half dia. He can't speed or even spark at all out of the escape.
Oh, I just realized what Karen did when she was menuing on the elevator, because that's when I refreshed, was at the tail end of that. Looks like she opted to turn off her beams besides charge and ice. And also going ahead and turning off screw attack, that is a good decision as well.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Richmond does have speed, actually. I just saw. He does have speed, so he's good. And yeah, I think the reason for that is because Karen's more comfortable with having no other beams on for The
Yeah,
Zeb,
for
Zeb skip.
yeah. Alright, and that is MB3 down. So now all Richmond has to do is beat the boss. Or, beat the boss.
Just escape. Or beat the
Escape.
animals, maybe. Abuse
Escape.
the animals, if
Kill
that's
the
what you mean.
animals. No 3-minute escape. Doesn't matter, shutters don't get him.
Yep. This is where high jump really comes in handy.
Yeah, this room is absolutely awful depending on what items you're missing.
Moon
Second
falling.
try.
Look at that mean fall. And yeah, Karen was able to Zeb skip.
So, as much as it pains me to admit it as a fan of Karen, I believe this is going to be a first round victory for Richmond. But we have at least one more round coming up right after this. I believe our runners may take a 10-minute break if they choose to.
Makes sense. Just to wind down, just cool off,
Yeah.
just be chill.
I'll be
That's
right
what
back.
Richmond does, though. Okay, Richmond's just gonna get on and get KarenKonou and finishing, yep, with an SRL time of 1 hour and 7 minutes and 12 seconds. JJ. Good game, Richmond. Ken's finishing up right here. JJ. Nice done. Well jobbed, Richmond. First victory. It's best out of 3 match. Karen employing those fidget spinner techs. Keeping her afloat. Getting hit with the brain bow.
I'm sorry about that, everybody. Nobody wants anything until I'm busy. And then I'm the most popular person in the house. But Karen going for stand-up. First
Yep.
part successful. Also, GG to Richmond. Everybody get your Deer Forces ready.
Karen's going for stand-up because she's a stand-up gal. Cat boo. Let's see when she feels none. Ready? Okay. Comfortable tip. Start now.
Alright, yeah, you want to make sure that you wait until after the Metroid detaches and reaches the top of the room before you quit space jumping. Otherwise, you will get locked back to the floor.
And if you lock too close to their brain, you could get stuck.
Yeah.
And you could die. You could die to death.
You can also soft lock if your health fills up and you are underneath Mother Brain. She won't be able to shoot the Metroid.
Mm-hmm.
Because after your health is full, the Metroid's not actually attached to you anymore. It just reattaches the sprite to you whenever it takes damage because it's supposed to be attached to you. It's really weird how the stand-up whole thing works. Very nice stand-up from Karen.
The baby is dead. Oh, nice. Giving Mother Brain those goggles, though.
Very nicely done.
Escape. Just beam him up. I was Scott over here. Shout out to Scotty McBody. Also, shout outs to Hubert for tracking this, by the way. You guys should go follow him. He's a chill
And
dude.
you guys should also follow the runners as well as follow Seffi.
Follow the runners, don't follow me. Follow the runners.
Definitely follow the runners.
And
Follow Seffi if you like memes.
Dear Force!
Dear Force! Item collection rate 36%. Very nice.
Yeah, it's a really low, pretty low, yeah. He's done a good amount of stuff. Let's go. What's
I thought Karen was gonna go down and see the animals.
Karen was, whew, I was sweating right now. And looks like Karen just finished up with a race time on SRL of 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 57 seconds. That's a PB for her randomizer splits, so good game. Nice done, well jobbed.
Nice done, well jobbed.
But don't go away. Not, oh no, oh, don't you dare leave us just yet.
Oh no, there is a lot more action coming up.
Yeah, they're gonna... See, Karen is thirsty for revenge. And Richman is gonna want his second win in order to advance. Will it happen?
Also, shout out to Spring Ball on the tracker.
Yeah, Spring Ball. Doesn't get any baller than that. Wait, hold on. It's summer. Why is it Spring Ball if it's summer? Developers, get on it. I need that DLC. I need Summer Ball.
Personally, I'm looking forward to Autumn Ball.
Autumn Ball. What about Winter Ball? Now that one's,
That one's just a little too cool for my taste.
That's Ice Beam and Spring Ball put together.
So you just run around roll around as a ball, and when you touch things, it freezes them.
Yeah.
Winter Ball is
you
coming.
Just look cool.
I like that cheating.
Oh, shout out to Abortion. Yeah, Winter Ball is Snow Globe, which is a Super Metroid hack.
Now Hubert's just having fun with the tracker.
Hubert. You the best, Hubert.
Alright.
Oh yeah, so the races are gonna take I think an hour. I'm just kidding, it's 5 minutes to grab a drink, cool down. Just chill.
Alright. On that note, everyone, I'm going to step away for a moment. I will be back.
No, I kind of miss Romper season. That was pretty good. But then that meme died. Darn. Oh well, whatever. So that was an interesting seed. Everything was like right in the way. With gravity being the only thing that was a little sketch. Oh yeah, Earth. Gravity was the only thing that was pretty sketchy. Being right after Fantoon. It went well. I mean, both runners. Honestly, being almost like 5 minutes apart, they were. Oh, Karen collected 35%. Richmond with 36%. And yeah, as the more items you collect, the more punishing, technically, because what Total and Fuzda, what they were brewing up when doing all of this for the new logic randomizer is just having the fanfare for collecting items in order to get you to waste time. You know, it's a trade-off. So you can pick up more items, play it more safe, but you lose time. Would you really want that? But what if this next seed, you know, is a plando? What if this next seed is something more wicked? Yeah, what if this next seed we actually get to see Pedestal strike back? Hubert, I saw that speed booster light up. I wonder if you can like, if we can communicate with you using the tracker, and I can try to like figure out what you're saying. Wonder if that's possible. Bari, what space? Woi? I don't know. Okay, P. Please, P I pi 3.14. Spy, no, just S. Okay, it's like charades but with the tracker. Oh, gotcha. No, I gotcha.
All right, I'm back. Is
Oh, yeah.
everybody excited for the second race? Also, sorry, Seth, he didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's alright. I mean, I get it. That's fine. And shout outs to Hubert again. Thank you again. Follow him. Wonderful tracker. Be safe.
See you, Hubert. Thanks for tracking. Yes, be sure you follow him. He's a really good racer.
Really is. He was showing some pretty nice strats yesterday in his race. So we're just here waiting on these beautiful stars.
So let's go ahead and get some predictions in, Sevi. What do you think is going to be the first item?
First item is going to be morphing ball. Second item is going to be an E-tank. Quote me on that. What do you think?
I'm thinking we're going to see... You know, it would be really interesting. I don't think this is what we'll see, but X-ray first item and morph ball second item. That would be a really troll seed.
Are you brazy? That nah. You just... I can see that in like the harder difficulty.
But no, I think for the next race we'll see probably morph ball first item and second item Spazer.
Oh, I would probably quit that seat. I would forfeit. I would forfeit. Like no.
That's right. You're not a fan of the Spazer. I like getting Spazer early. I'm a fan of it. But, you know, I can understand not being a fan of Spazer.
Reserve morph is a good combination. It saves you time when you skip that reserve take.
It does. I kid you not. I had 4 seeds back to back. First item was reserve tank. I don't know what the odds of that are, but I've got to imagine pretty dang low.
I would say pretty dang low indeed. I mean, died. Oh, one of my favorite games to play is Where is Charge? That's pretty much what this randomizer is.
Were you in that one race where we were all just running around looking for Charge, and everyone all at once realized it had to be a Shack Tool?
No, I wasn't in on that one. No.
It was horrible. I died to the little
snail. Don't tell me you died to this. Oh.
I was trying to do the ice clip for the first time because I didn't have space jump, and I'm not good at getting up there with just high jump and gravity. So I was trying to do the clip, and it was awful.
Yeah, the ice clip, not easy. Ice clip is a pixel perfect freeze of that. Pretty sure it's Puyo. Pretty sure that's what it's called.
They remind me of the alkalines from Chrono Trigger. Shoutouts to Chrono Trigger. That's a really good game.
That's true. Without the faces.
Dear Speed Gaming, when are we going to do Chrono Trigger Randomizer Tournament? It's out there, by the way. There's a bunch of randomizers. I can't remember the developer's name. He's on Twitch. But he's developed a bunch of randomizers. Shoutouts to everyone that develops randomizers. They're the most amazing things ever.
You know what's crazy about shouting out? Is that you don't actually shout it out, you know? You just kind of say, oh, shoutouts to this, and you're all timid, and you're like, oh, shoutouts to you people. But you're not actually, like, shouting out!
It's true.
So, I don't know. I'm just talking literal, because we'd like to get lit or roll around her.
Around her. Me and my horrible accent.
Shoutouts to actually shouting out.
I would love to play a Soten randomizer.
Yo, yeah, but for real, shoutouts to and watch the voice. I probably peaked the mic, but yeah, no, seriously, shoutouts to Fiesel. He's been a lovely person throughout the entire time.
Yeah, shoutouts to Fiesel for letting us.
I saw him
channel
for the first time this past SGDQ. Beautiful being.
Oh, you got to meet Fiesel?
No, I saw him on stream.
I was about to say, I was like, I'm so jealous.
I'm not that graced.
I will have to get out to one of them there GDQs sometime.
Them there GDQs there.
Are you making fun of me?
No,
Don't
I'm
make
making
me.
fun of myself. I just like the them there thing. I really do. I always say it with my non-southern accent.
Speaking of my southern accent, by the way, this completely has nothing to do with the tournament, nothing to do with commentary, or anything like that. So, I used to work in a call center, Rod. I was contracted to work through USAA. Most of you probably don't know what that is. It's a banking/insurance company that specializes in working with the military. Great group, by the way. But anyways, I had this guy call in once, and he actually told me I was the slowest speaking person he ever talked to, and he taught special ed. Now, of course, this guy wasn't in the military. He was just family of someone in the military. But yeah, that's just some of the lovely people I had to deal with when I worked that job. But you know, on that same note, I also had a sergeant major that told me he would love to have me in his unit. So
Yeah, that's true. Kip, I think I do recall. Let's see. But yeah, you're actually fine. You audible, legible.
it's just one of those things. I'm slowly working on overcoming my shyness.
No, you're set. You're lit. Trust me, Nightwolf. You're gonna go from overnight to Daywolf. Did you say you didn't want to be Nightwolf anymore because of the MK stuff?
Yeah.
I don't know. We love you, Wolfie.
Oh. Shout outs to all the nice people in chat and in the Super Metroid community in general. Great community. Glad I joined it.
So it just looks like Richmond is ready. Karen's ready. Just waiting on Fiesel, but this match is about to start up fairly soon.
Alright, we got a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, action.
And
We're waiting. We're waiting. We're still waiting.
we off.
And we're off!
There we go. So part 2.